Johannes Gutenberg of Mainz, Germany was the first person in the West to invent a printing press using movable type. A lot of people know this today, but for centuries, most people didn't know any of that, and the people who did talk about it were disputing a lot of details. Yes, in China and Korea and Japan, for centuries printing had already existed, including movable type, but the origins of the European printing press fell very quickly into obscurity just generations after Gutenberg's own time. Some people said that it was the Frenchman Nicolas Jenson, working in Italy, who invented it. Others said it was Procopius Waldvogel, working in Avignon, France. The entire city of Leipzig for centuries celebrated two people as the inventors of the printing press, Johann Fust and Peter Schoeffer, neither of whom are Gutenberg. They said that Gutenberg was these people's apprentice. So why is there so much confusion about the beginning of the printing press in Europe? Because there's so little documentation that survived. If Gutenberg did write about his invention, none of that documentation has survived. And the other thing that's very annoying is Gutenberg did not put his name on any of the books that he printed. The inventor of Western print didn't print anything about himself. But you know who did? Fust and Schoeffer. In 1457, they printed a book of Psalms, and at the very end of it, they printed their names as the creators. That's pretty strong documentary evidence if you're trying to say who invented the printing press first. Gutenberg was not vindicated for more than 250 years after his own death. In 1741, a historian named David Kuhler was working in the German archives, and he pulled together and printed a number of documents relating to Gutenberg's life. One of the main sources he worked with was called the Helmesberger instrument, and this was the record of a lawsuit. It was a lawsuit between Gutenberg and Fust. Fust had apparently supplied the funding for Gutenberg to work on his printing press, and then Fust wanted his money back and so was suing for it. Gutenberg lost this lawsuit. But it's thanks to the record of this lawsuit, the fact that this lawsuit existed, that we know that Gutenberg was the one working on the press and Fust was just funding it. So did Gutenberg really lose after all?